2023 has come to a close. And while things started out slow for new Digimon in comparison to 2022, right at the buzzer, we have got a pretty healthy amount of brand new Digimon from 2023. So on today's video, in time-honored tradition, let's rank them. Happy holidays! This video contains an evolution spoiler from Digimon Adventure 02 The Beginning. I'm going to very quickly gloss over what that is, but you will see it throughout this video. I'm not going to talk about plot details, but I have to rank it to be inclusive of the whole year. What is up, digital companions? My name is Karn EX, and welcome back to your final video of not only Karn's Holiday Hootenanny, but also 2023. 2024 tomorrow. Pokemon Gold and Silver's 25th anniversary. Exciting. Anyway, Digimon, and I feel like I faffed about a lot in previous years. I want to get right to the source on this one. So first of all, looking at this list, oh, it is healthy. Up until a few days ago, these Digimon were not here. Well, technically, I guess this one and this one were. We still don't know their names, but we got that update on Digimon Liberator that I did a news video on. I would definitely recommend you checking out if you didn't watch that video, because it's not just about Digimon Liberator, it's also about potentially new anime and video game news coming at Digimon Con 2024. And despite Ghost Game airing last year, there's only a couple less Digimon this year than the previous year, which is pretty good. So we begin with Vpet exclusives, and this year, Diminimon, one of my favorite V-Tamer Digimon, finally got the B memory that I was asking for, or at least the love I've been asking for Diminimon since this channel pretty much started. And they gave it an evolution line with the new Luxmon, a rookie Digimon, which is kind of like an angelic rookie, very much the rookie of Pidmon, which they put into Diminimon's line, and is supposed to almost be the counterpart to Impmon according to its lore. Then Pidmon, which already existed, an Angemon variant, before becoming Arc-High Angemon. Super cool Digimon. I love having more Angel Digimon, and then into Diminimon. Of course, Diminimon and Pidmon will not be on this list because they were revealed many years ago. And I think we're going to start out, I don't want to put these in S. I like them, but I'm not in love with them. I think they serve a purpose, and it's nice to have like an Angel rookie that's a little angel as opposed to like a Patamon or a Salamon. It came out being called Luxmon, but when it was first revealed, it was called Pico Angemon, making it a flip side to Pico Devimon or Demi Devimon. So I like it. I think its purpose is going to come into its own, I hope. But for right now, I'm just going to put it in A for Angel. And same for Arc-High. And then our last Vpet exclusive Digimon of the year, holy moly. Tlalokmon. I've seen people say Tlalok. Don't know if that's correct. But Jorah Z actually left a really good comment and did a whole Twitter thread, I think. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but you can check the link out in the description down below, going over how much Mesoamerican influence this Digimon has. It is a DNA Digivolution of Saberleomon and Eldoradimon, forming this Mesoamerican god. I really like it. I will say the design is quite hard to look at, especially looking at this now in a small tier maker. It's kind of hard to get your eyes around. When you look at close to it, you can see the details, the more childlike body. It obviously reminds my silly white ass of Ogre from Tekken. I think from afar and like in the sprite work, it feels a little bit messy. I think it's supposed to resemble a mask, but I like the design, and I think it is going to add a lot of potential into Digimon. I just like the idea of random Digivolutions like this, like Saberleomon and Eldoradimon. Plus, from what Majora Z has said, it's a really well-researched Digimon, so I'm going to give it an S. It is, I guess, our video game exclusive segment, aka the two new Digimon from Digimon New Century this year. These are Dijangmon and Takutomon. All of these New Century new Digimon are inspired by Chinese mythology. We've had Shangpongmon, Shichemon, we had Xingtianmon, I might be pronouncing that wrong, who was first introduced in 2020, but not given a reference book listing till 2023. I don't think I ranked it last year because it wasn't fully out. Let's just say Xingtianmon gets an A. Oh, future Karn here. I think Lianpumon too, which is the pre-evolution of Xingtianmon, which also I think we saw a glimpse of. It didn't get properly revealed till 2023, and is an alternative Impmon evolution, which is like an opera mask dealer. Chinese opera masks. Very cool. This is actually an S for me. But Dijangmon and Takutomon are both really interesting. There's a lot of bird-like Digimon from New Century that I like, and Dijangmon kind of feels in the wheelhouse of like a Devimon or a marine Devimon, almost feeling like a avian Devimon. It's really cool and gnarly. I don't know if it feels like a mega level Digimon to me though. I feel like it's more like an ultimate / perfect level. Takutomon I like a lot. I think it would work as the mega level Digimon for a lot of Digimon. You could throw it in the Angemon line, into any of the like Nightmon stuff. Also, the little mouse on its shoulder, I guess the mouse is from the mythology that it's inspired by, has a golden app link. We've got this guy based on Li Jing who has data from Shakamon and apparently is a DNA Digivolution of Beowulfmon and Brywaludramon. What is going on? Dijangmon I think can go in A, and Takutomon, I just really like it. That's an S for me. It feels like even though we got a lot of humanoid mega level Digimon, it's standing out from the crowd, which is good. Cathilamon, the Marine Angemon variant introduced in Digimon Ghost Game as as an evil Marine Angemon. When we first saw this thing being teased, we were hoping, or at least I was hoping, that we were finally going to see a proper design for Marine Angemon Blast Mode from the Digimon Axile. I've done a couple of videos on this now. It's a Blast Mode similar to Beelzemon Blast Mode for Marine Angemon that makes it look a bit Devil Jin-ish. But no, this is its own thing, Cthulhuman, named after the daughter of Cthulhu. And I do like it, but I don't think it's anything crazy cool. It's nice to have an evil Marine Angemon, as Marine Angemon is so lovely and kind. Though I do really wish we'd have seen Marine Angemon Blast Mode, so I'm going to put Cthulhuman at a B. Nothing wrong with it, nothing amazing about it. And our final Ghost Game Digimon of this video. Almost every element of Digimon has had a smaller chunk of new Digimon this year than in 2022, I feel. Quantumon's fine. It's hard for me to separate Quantumon from the plot of Ghost Game, which I've done a video on. I think it's a cool enough Digimon. I think it has some uses. I've talked about it as a Morphomon Mega before, but it doesn't light my world on fire, you know? I think it's, again, very middle of the road. High C, low B. I think I'd probably put it like here in B, but it's going there. All right, Digimon Seekers. Not a thing that I was super excited about this year. I feel like that's a recurrent theme, but while I may not be super jazzed for Digimon Seekers, the new Digimon from Seekers, I think I've liked every single one of them. Lugamon's line is great. I love having a rookie wolf Digimon and a line of wolf Digimon. You guys know this by now. I love baby Digimon. I love baby Pokemon even more. These two little boys are going in A. I just love that Fusamon is sleepy and that Baomon is alert. I think that's super cute. Lugamon tying into Ryudamon and Dorumon I think is super interesting. I love when years later the lore of something gets something added onto it. I haven't kept up with Seeker, so I don't know exactly how that ties in, but it has the same interface as those two Digimon. And I think it's just a great design, very classic. This would have worked in pretty much any era of Digimon, 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, and now, which it works for. I'm gonna go S. I love Lugamon. Lugamon, I think it's interesting that it has like magical properties. I think that's very fun, and I like the whole muzzled dog vibe we've got going on. And I think it's interesting when we have a stage of Digivolution where a Digimon is almost having to be controlled or like make sure that it doesn't act out, doesn't cause violence or whatever, you know? What was appealing about Megidramon, it's very interesting to have it at the champion level. There's weird parallels to Gulus Gamamon, right? Where we have this dark champion, except in Lugamon's, or Lugamon's instance, it's the only champion. This like shackled form, this muzzled form is the champion for Lugamon, and it's from that point onwards that through its partnership it either becomes good or bad. So I like it. I don't think the design's amazing. I think Monster Hunter fans will probably like this more, but I'm going to put it at A. Then we have Hell Lugamon, the kind of bad end, the Megidramon, or the one level down of the Lugamon line. I think it's, you know, fine. It reminds me of Ifrit from Final Fantasy X specifically, but nothing amazing going on here. I think I'm going to put it at B as well, but above Cthulhuman and Quantumon. So Lugamon I really like. I like this kind of like biker aesthetic where you have the exhaust flames coming up. It's really evocative of things like Mac Gaugamon, but also feels really original. I don't know, something about this is so striking, and yeah, definitely could be like an alternate Gaugamon evolution as well as Lugamon. And I'm always fond of when Digimon can serve multiple purposes. Besides Lugamon, I think this is my favorite member of the Lugamon line, so I'm also going to put it at S below Lugamon. Fenrir Lugamon. Love his card effects. Design is fine. I think it's pretty cool, actually, but it's not something I haven't seen before. Now, Takumi Kazuchi is kind of hand in hand for this. Yes, it looks like Zacian, but Sword Dog is a trope and a mythological thing, I'm pretty sure. Just talking about Fenrir Lugamon, though, I like how it kind of compromises Hell Lugamon and Soul Lugamon and turns that fire blue, indicating a stage up has happened. It's supposed to be like a daydream Digimon, a fantastical, magical blue flame Digimon, and it's like fully controlled itself. And again, something really interesting about the Fenrir Lugamon line, this feels like it works for Lugamon, but also for like Garurumon. It feels quite useful, and I do like it. I don't know whether I'm an S or an A. I think it's a very high A. It's teetering on S, but I don't think I'm gonna think about it as much in coming years as I will Lugamon and Soul Lugamon. Takumi Kazuchi. I'm really split. So I talked about in my disrespected Digimon video, Pulsemon kind of getting done dirty. And so a DNA Digivolution fusing, whatever you want to call it, of Kazuchimon, Pulsemon's Mega, and Fenrir Lugamon, resulting in Kazuchimon just becoming a sword to Fenrir Lugamon. I like how unique it is. I really like the idea of one Digimon becoming a weapon for another. But when they're equals, I maybe would have liked to see a little bit more of a merging, and it does kind of contribute to my feelings that Pulsemon's become a bit of an accessory, a bit of a less favorable pick in Digimon, and I think this might get worse into 2024. Vital Bracelet's not looking so hot, and we've got a new cool rookie mascot Digimon in Liberator to talk about, so I don't know. But Blade Wolves are really cool. I like the one from Dark Souls. I like the one from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I even like Zacian. I prefer Zacian to Zamazenta. Liberator. I'm gonna put it next to its predecessor. There's a world where I put it in B and there's a world where I put it in S, so I think A is fair. D Brigade has come into its own this year. I think the D Brigade has been surprisingly popular with people due to things like the Digimon Axel, the Digimon card game. I think even Bandai was surprised at the popularity of the D Brigade, and they have run polls in the past where the D Brigade has won or done highly, so I wonder if that influenced this. Regardless, brand new champion for the D Brigade, which I've always really wanted because Sealsdramon feels very specific. I like that we have this High Commandramon now, a different part of the D Brigade military. Cargodramon, fantastic, so versatile. I've used it in even Cross Wars Evolution Line videos, it's that good. And same with Brigadramon, a Wargreymon variant similar to Gaiumon, using like Wargreymon data but becoming a Digimon in its own right, an alternative to Darkdramon in the D Brigade. Unfortunately, I couldn't record this segment with Tom, but I know what he would want and I know what I would want. And I'll be honest with you, this new D Brigade is doing something very rare in that I actually prefer every member of this new Commandramon branch to Sealsdramon, Tankdramon, and Darkdramon. These are my favorite Digimon of the entire year, and they are all going at S. Big Ukomon! Still haven't seen Adventure Zero 2 at the beginning, have been spoiled on the plot thanks to a bunch of different reasons. I have very little opinion on this Digimon. There is a different form to it, which I will show. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. That's what it looks like. Okay, it's gone. You can look back now. It's, you know, fine. It's a big Evangelion monster. It's fine. I'm just going to put it at C. I'm sorry. Again, not being able to watch the movie in my country without resorting to piracy, which I haven't done yet, just kind of out of principle, if nothing else. I have no strong feelings either way about this Digimon. I don't think it's as good as the Digimon in B. Maybe over time I'd put it in high B. Regular Ukomon I like, big Ukomon not that excited. Gold Digizoid Magnamon. Holy guacamole. So it's always been possible, technically, that Magnamon X could achieve a higher form. In its Digimon reference book, this is intimated. But this year, during the whole like tease of Liberator and the future of the card game in general, they showed us this Magnamon X Gold Digizoid form. And it's insane. They X antibodied an X antibody, which I guess they kind of did with Ito Mode Gaiomon, but not quite. It's just top to bottom crazy. And you know this about me. I go back and forth. Sometimes overly edgy designs, over-designed designs. I'm like, what are we doing here? Sometimes I'm like, holy moly, that's great. I kind of love this. Also, it's the first tricolor evolution card in the Digimon card game. And while I tried to talk mainly about designs and Digimon reference book in these rankings, that's super cool to me. So weirdly, despite it not normally being my kind of thing, I'm really into it. Also, I love that the gold Digizoid has got to the point where it's changed Magnamon's skin from blue to gold and introduced almost like Rapidmon X elements, which I think is pretty dope. Yeah, S, low S. Never would have thought that about myself, but here we are. And then we're wrapping up with Digimon Liberator. Now, we don't have names for any of these Digimon as of time of recording. If you want more of a breakdown of these Digimon and the news, again, go watch my news video from a couple of days ago or a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Time is so confusing. We have these new Digimon. This guy is a bird or possibly based on accurate versions of dinosaurs like Archaeopteryx. I'm usually the last person to be like, oh, this looks like this or this looks like this, but I am getting some Pulsemon vibes here. Not completely, but there are some design choices that feel very Pulsemon-esque. When Digimon Liberator was first teased before we got the name, we also saw this Digimon, which I think is going to be the mega form of this Digimon, though I hope it isn't, or it could be an antagonist of some sort. I've analyzed this picture super deeply. It is definitely not Magnamon X Gold Digizoid. It's definitely not Kentorusmon, so it is a new Digimon. But looking at this little bird fella, I really like it. It's also nice not to have in these kind of like non-anime Digimon story projects a reptile rookie or a dragon rookie. I'm also not someone that's like always is annoyed by that. I don't mind when the megas are humanoid, when the rookies are dinosaurs or dragons, and I guess it kind of could be a dinosaur, like a feathered dinosaur or a bird, but I really like it. That might change over time. I might like it more, I might like it less, but right now it's a high A. This little guy, little stitched together in a shoe, could be a Prevo with Footmon, Targetmon, it could be a Monzemon rookie. I don't know what it is, I don't know what its name is. S tier, I love it so much. So yes, the D Brigade Digimon are my favorite group of the year. This little guy in the absolute 11th hour, almost the 12th hour, came in and stole my heart. I love it. In the shoe with the needle, it's a partner Digimon to a girl. I adore it. Last two, we don't have full looks at these characters. We know this sort of like Jellymon feeling Digimon, Jellymon, Sangomon, pink cute Digimon seems to be partnered with this intense looking guy. It wouldn't be fair because we don't have a full design or kind of an idea of what their purpose is outside of like partners and on Evo to give these a ranking that's like definitive. So I'm just gonna put these both in B because I'm really optimistic about both of them. And I think in 2024's ranking, I'll probably bring them up and say what I felt about them in retrospect once Liberator's been out for a while. Right now, we're just gonna put them kind of high middle in B. I'm very optimistic and very excited about them. And that is it, my ranking of the Digimon from 2023. Smaller year this year, I'm happy for that. I'm also glad that I waited to record this until the last week of December because Liberator threw in a bunch of new mons at the last second. Thank you all so much for another incredible year in the Digimon fandom. It is my absolute pleasure to make silly little Digimon videos for you to enjoy, and I hope you enjoy them into 2024. We got Digimon Karn, Digimon Animation's 25th anniversary, lots of cool stuff to come. And thank you so much to all my channel members who have made this year possible, my sovereigns, ZDK14, Jmon, Mickey D343, my Digidestin, Tamers, Karn Club, everyone else. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next year when we go digital. Bye bye.